भाई तुम कुछ भी कर लो, you can keep sending her emojis, you can keep sending her compliments, you can keep trying to create the plan, but she still left you unseen. And this can be an attractive woman that you find on a social media app like Instagram or Facebook. This can be a woman that you matched with on a dating app. This can be a woman that you actually met through cold approach, or this can be your office colleague as well. See, the problem lies because you don't know how to position yourself over text. You don't know how to flirt with a woman on chat because you're texting her like you're texting her on LinkedIn. Haven't you heard that phrase that you have to position yourself differently on different apps? जो आप प्रोफाइल फोटो अपने LinkedIn में यूज करोगे वो आप अपने Tinder में नहीं यूज करोगे. जो आप अपने Tinder में यूज करोगे that profile picture you're not going to use on your Hinge profile because हर एक प्लेटफॉर्म पे intent shift होता है. So watch this video till the very end because this is going to be one of the most important videos on the channel. If you've ever been ghosted, ever been left unseen, ever lost a girl because of text game. Because after this video, it's going to be very clear to you on how to communicate with women over text. Hello bro and welcome back to the channel. My name is Arnav and I've been a dating coach for the past decade helping men like yourself get into a fulfilling relationship that you deserve. So if you're single, consider clicking the subscribe button. And if you have ever been ghosted, stuck in an office flirtation loop, or you've been stuck in a vicious cycle where the girl is showing interest sometimes and not showing interest the other times, this video is going to be very important for you to watch because in this video, I'm going to teach you exactly how you can flip the script and become the buyer and not the seller. सबसे पहली mistake जो ज़्यादातर लड़के करते हैं is messaging girls the same way on different apps. तुम्हें समझना पड़ेगा why is the person coming on the application and then you have to craft your message according to that intent. Think about this. It's like you're downloading Tinder to find some investors for your business. You would never do that. So that's basically using the app for the wrong thing. But if you want to use apps to actually text women because women are available on all these apps, they're using all these apps for different purposes, then you have to craft the message like that. So let's talk about Tinder for example. Now Tinder has been labeled as a hookup app. Most of the people that are using Tinder in these days are using Tinder to find quick and fast hookups. So Tinder पे अगर तुम किसी लड़की को text कर रहे हो and you're being reserved in your texting, मतलब तुम intent दिखाने से शर्मा रहे हो, तुम उसको सीधा नहीं बोल रहे that you're attracted to her pictures or something in her profile, then what is going to happen is the girl is going to lose interest very fast because on the same platform, 99% of the other guys are texting her with high intent messages, texting her things like, hey, you look beautiful, hey, you look cute, hey, you look gorgeous. But are those the best texts? Those are not the best texts because 99% of the other guys are already doing it. So what is a good text for Tinder? A text with high intent, something like better cancel your plans this weekend, your future's here. This kind of a text shows high intent from your side that you're actually attracted to her and it makes the conversation more man to woman. Now, woman is downloading Tinder because she wants to meet some guy, she wants to go on a casual date, she wants to go on a quick date. You will also find people who are there because they want long-term relationships, but generally people who are there who have written that they want long-term relationships, even they are okay doing casual hookups. That's why they have downloaded the Tinder application because they know that it's a hookup application, it's convenient to meet someone. Now let's talk about a different dating app, Hinge. Now Hinge log download karte hain because they want to get into a relationship, at least most of them. Some of them you'll still find looking for casual over there, but I'm talking about why people download it, with what kind of a mindset people download these applications. Now on Hinge, you can still show the intent, you still have to show the intent because a girl is coming there with the purpose and intent of dating, but you have to soften your tone. Hinge pe generally I would personalize the message a lot more. I would look at the girl's profile and then I would text her something related to the profile. If I have to give you an example, if I see a picture of a girl with books and if I see the same girl going on a long walk or maybe she has written something related to those long walks, I would text her something like this: books and long walks, you're dangerously close to sounding like a real date. Now let's talk about social media apps like Instagram or Facebook. Now Instagram, most of the younger generation is using Instagram and most of the older generation is using Facebook. So if you're approaching girls through Instagram or Facebook, I would recommend talking about the profile. I would recommend talking about something you found interesting from the profile. Now, if I see a girl who's into jazz music, I would text her something like, wow, you're into jazz? You're just 5% more interesting. Or something on the similar line, didn't know you're into jazz. You've got layers. Basically, what you should do is have a curiosity hook and reference it to something in her image or in a profile. Now, if you're using Facebook for texting, keep it very simple, keep it very plain. If you're using Instagram, you can keep it a little bit more flashy. All of that because of the kind of people that are using Facebook are a bit more older. The kind of people that are using Instagram are the younger generations. Now, what should you do when you've actually gone out, approached a girl and you've got a number? If you've gotten a number through cold approach, the girl already has an idea about your personality. This time, if you're copying something from the internet, if you go online and search 10 best pickup lines or how to start a conversation with a woman, do not copy anything from the internet because she already has an idea about your personality. She will figure out कि इसने या तो ChatGPT use किया है या फिर ये कुछ internet से copy कर रहा है. Better to use callback humor if you've gotten a number through cold approach. Callback humor का मतलब when you were talking to her, जिस चीज के बारे में आप उस टाइम पे बात कर रहे थे, उसी चीज के बारे में आप बात कर सकते हैं and you can start the conversation from there. Or you can also text her something like, it was a short but intense meeting. It was a pleasure meeting you. Now this shows that you're a gentleman. This shows that you know how to text and you know how to communicate in a high value way. Now for the last thing, If you're texting a girl you met through a mutual circle or an office colleague, क्योंकि अगर तुमने कभी भी ज्यादा इंटेंट दिखाया, she can actually show your message to other people. So when I'm typing a message for a person through my social circle or for a person who I just got to know through my office, I would always mirror her interest level before texting her. I won't show her a lot of intent. I would send her a text like, the presentation was killer, you've clearly got the main character energy. Intent के बारे में एक चीज समझो, the louder the platform, the clearer your intent can be. The quieter the platform, the sharper you must calibrate. That's all about the platforms. अब बात करते हैं, how do you actually text on these platforms? ज्यादातर लड़के अपने आप को बेचने की कोशिश कर रहे हैं. They're trying to sell themselves on these platforms by either trying to impress the girl, over explaining, over asking questions, and going completely interview mode to just get the conversation started. और conversation में लड़की invest करती रहे, तो उनको लग रहा है the girl is getting attracted, but that's not true. If you want to text a girl in a masculine way, the right way, you can also click the pinned comment and join my masterclass. In this masterclass, I'm going to break down my flirt framework, which thousands of my clients use to get results like this.
Yeah. Before that meeting, my Hinge matches was zero. Okay, zero. And guess what? Within like 20 hours, I got 13 matches. And I'm like, dude, what the fuck?
Never. This was literally what I would call a first date. Like, I have never been on a date before.
Approaching is like good. I'm approaching less. Now I'm approaching only beautiful girls because I know I can go with them. Like, the program I'm talking to you mainly like whenever I have a problem, you are like sorting it out. जो भी मैं बताता था, मुझे उसका reason और मैं apply करता था field पे. And then it works.
I don't know how the fuck it even happened. Like, I mean, like it's just like I just did whatever. Like, I saw your videos, like watched your content. I'm like, and you had clearly mentioned, right? Like, you told to escalate. And after some time, I'm like, your lipstick is put very perfectly. Like, I might kiss you later. I told that. He's looking at me, and then like I told that, and I just going for the kiss. Like, I don't know how I did it.
All you need to do is click the pinned comment and join the masterclass. But if you really want to do masculine texting, you have to assume attraction, because understand what a high value person would do. A high value person is always going to assume attraction. He's going to assume that the girl is going to be interested in him no matter what. So what you need to do is assume that attraction and filter her energy. Be the buyer and not the seller. Let me explain. 99% of the guys are coming from a seller frame. They're asking the girls very logical questions like, what do you do? What kind of men do you like? What is your best first ideal date? And things like this, which is giving a lot of value to the girl and not really giving any value to them. But when they're trying to sell themselves, a girl will automatically look at these guys and she will be like, ऐसे ही लड़के मेरे को text करे जा रहे हैं online dating में. He's just like 99% of those guys. But you have to stand out. You have to be different. You have to be memorable. So how would a high value man who's in a buyer's frame actually text a woman? First, every text that is coming from would come from a place where he's not actually sold at the woman's beauty, but he's just trying to figure out what's more interesting about her other than her beauty. Now, every text which sounds like that is a text a woman would take seriously. For example, I can text her something like, you seem fun, I'd like to get to know you. Now, when you text her something like this, it implies that she seems sort of interesting and that's why you would like to get to know her. Now, when you text a woman like this, she's going to know that she's talking to a high value man. Her responses are going to reflect that, and it's going to be very different from 99% of the other men what she's texting. Understand this about high value texting. You never ask for her approval. You show her that your time is important because it actually is. I want you to remember these two things when you're trying to text a woman like a high value man. सबसे पहले, don't beg for her approval. दूसरी चीज, act like your time is important because it actually is. Now let's talk about phase 3 of the texting, which is mastering the exit game. ज़्यादातर लड़के, when they start texting a girl and the girl is replying back to them, what is actually happening is they're enjoying the text so much कि वो भूल जाते हैं that they have a life apart from those texts that they're sending her. Most men keep texting the woman until she ends the conversation, but what it does is she loses interest because you're the guy who's texting her continuously. You're the guy who's placing her on a pedestal, giving her so much value. So you need to have a good exit strategy as well. Now, whenever I'm texting a woman, I'm always very aware of what I'm feeling. अगर मेरे को बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छा लग रहा है उस टाइम पे उसको text करते हुए, I'm getting excited with the text. I know the same is happening with her. And if that is happening with her, then that is the best time to actually let it go, because once you cut it on a high point, it's going to create a vacuum. Once you actually create that vacuum, the woman is going to chase you for more positive emotion. She's going to think about you. She's going to expect, when is this guy going to text me next? And that is exactly what you want with your exit strategy, because when you re-engage her with your text, the interest level should be high. So when the conversation is going extremely well, I would text her something like, that's all the social battery I had for today. How about we continue this later? Do not be the guy who's waiting to be left on red. Instead, be the guy who keeps her wanting more. If you have ever been ghosted, you're tired of dating women you're not attracted to just because you have to compromise on the quality because you get ghosted with high quality women, click the pinned comment and schedule a call with my team, because we're going to teach you skills like high status communication, whether it's through online dating apps, online texting, or through offline when you're actually going out and approaching women. So if you want to date high quality women, what are you waiting for?